Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am bringing you my amazing gift box. So I don't think it's that amazing, but what I mean is amazing, as in that's the dies and the words that I used on my box. So sometimes when I get a little bit lost for inspiration, I just grab the catalogue and look through either for a card or a colour combination or a sketch or layout for a card, but I also do the same when I'm doing 3D projects. So I knew I wanted to make a nice box and I couldn't decide how to decorate it, and then I saw this card that is on page 45 of the Spring Summer mini catalogue, and I really liked the way it was done. I don't have the Timeless Tiles background stamp. I don't have these embellishments, and I couldn't really wrap the ribbon round because obviously it's a box. So I adapted it to go with what I wanted to make. So the ribbon is just 4 strands behind. I used my stacked stone stamp to create my background. I used the square vellum doilies here instead of, I think that's the ornate labels. And then I used pastel pearls. So although it probably looks very similar, actually it's quite different in terms of the products that I've used. But yeah, just even looking at a card front, I can think that would look really nice on top of a box. So that's what I did. Pool Party is what I used here. I love the subtles, so I'm going with Petal Pink for this one. So to make the box, just a very basic box, you need for the base a piece of card that is 8 by 7 inches or 18 by 21 centimetres, and we're going to score all of our sides at 1.5 inches or 4 centimetres. And while I've got this here, I'm going to use this as my shim and do my lid. So your lid is 7.5 by 6.5, 19 by 6 centimetres. And we're going to score this one at 1.25 inches, which is 3 centimetres. I may as well do it and then I can get rid of the scoreboard. It's just quite difficult when this is quite big, but it's easier than trying to get another piece of card out. There we go. That's that part done. So pop the lid to one side for the moment, fold and burnish our score lines, and then I'm going to cut the wedges out of the corners here, like so. As you know, go all the way round. Let's do this side too. Oops, a little bit wobbly there. And then this last one here. And then I'm just going to pop that to one side, and we're going to repeat the process with our lid. So fold and burnish all of the score lines, cut the wedges out of the 4 corners, like so, and then I've got just one more corner. Okay, so that's that bit done. So I'm going to pop my lid back over to one side and bring the base back in, and we're just going to add adhesive to these tabs. And again, don't forget, when I create these videos, all of the products are available to purchase. However, I will tell you that a lot of the things I am using now are going to be retiring soon. So these square vellum doilies and the ribbon I do know are retiring off the top of my head. I can't think of anything else right now. Okay, so adhered, pegged up just to hold the glue whilst I make my lid. So bring my lid back in. So I'm going to run some of my Seal Plus, which I love for ribbon. I think it's ideal. I'm just going to run a strip like so, if you can see that. And then with my ribbon, and this is the cotton combo. As I say, I do know this one's retiring, so get it while you can. So I'm just going to stick it on to my Seal Plus there, and I am just layering it. Oops. As you can see. Oops. So that's my ribbon set down, and then I'm going to pop it just to one side, because then I have my piece of basic white, and this is 4 inches by 3 inches, or 10 by 7.5 centimetres. Then I'm using my gorgeous F block and my stacked stone background stamp. Put that on there. And then I have some lovely grey granite, which I'm just going to stamp. I find it easier to ink larger stamps this way. Okay, so once I've stamped that, I am then going to stamp off and then stamp on to my card, because it's slightly lighter and a little better. Okay, so once I've done that, on the long side, I'm now going to cut it every inch or every 2.5 centimetres to create those 4 strips. Now, if you've looked at the card in the catalogue that I use, they actually have 5 strips, but I've just gone with these ones, and then turn them over and just pop dimensionals on them. And I mean, you could easily use this as your card base if you wanted to make a card instead of a box. So I've always liked to put the middle ones in first, just so I know it's going to cover the adhesive as well, and it's probably slightly more central. And I can put the other 2 on the ends. So just make sure I'm covering the ribbon and the adhesive. Perfect. Again, putting this to one side, I've now got my amazing thanks dies. So I need the full die for You Are Amazing, and then I also need these ones that say You Are Amazing. I have a strip of copper foil that is going to have this on, and I also have my basic white that I used previously because I didn't want to waste any. So I'm just wondering if I can get, yes, there we go. So I'm going to put all those through my machine. If I can grab it, I'm actually going to, they will fit in your mini machine, but I'm going to use my large one just because I'm just going to throw them all in together. So pop that in and through. Take those dies out of the way. Oops. Take that out of the way. So there is the white section. And then I'm just going to fold this up and move it a fraction, because before I die cut this one, so I'm going to trim it down because I don't need all of that. And then I'm going to use my adhesive sheets because I love them and they make life easier. And I think I did it like this last time, but then realised it didn't all. Oh no, it will. So, well, this is going to be awkward though, isn't it? Right, peel, oh crumbs, not all of it. Peel this off. Try not to touch it or you will get adhesive all over your fingers. The side you want showing needs to be upright, and then you just stick it on. And then we'll just cut down the sides here. And the same this side. And then you can remove that backing there. And then back through now on here, grab those dies and then pop these on like so, and then run through. Now I always go through twice just to make sure those dies have cut through. Come out of the way, and that can too. And then I'm going to bring these back in. So I'm going to start with this one, and most of the time it'll just fall apart and you just need to remove one of the little hollows, and then just with your take your pick. Did I run short on this one? Let's try this end. I should have put my glasses on, shouldn't I? There we go. So take your, yes, it only did half of it, but that's fine. And then you just sit it onto the basic white, like so. So I'm going to do the same with this one. So just ease it out, and if you need to remove any of these you can do. And then again just take the backing off and again place it on the white one. And then the last one, I always find the longer words tricky because the minute you start to pull the backing off, they go out of shape. So I try and remove all of the bits that I don't need first. Get rid of those. So I now just have the whole word ready. Take the word out. And then when I stick this one on, I don't take all of the backing off. I just take a little bit, because you can see it's already starting to move. So I then line it up a section at a time and then just pull the backing off. Just be patient with it, is the easiest way. And then just lay it on the top. Like so. Now you see that's just stuck nicely. So I'm going to bring my lid back in, and I also want one of my square doilies. Now again, I didn't actually adhere this down, can't really see it. I actually just lay it. Why is my... Right, I'm having a worry now that this is overlapping. What are you betting? What have I done here? Right, I need to recheck my measurements because that lid is far too small for that box. So I will check them, so I do apologise. Right, we'll carry on. I lay that on, as it were, and then added glue dots onto my words. How has that gone so wrong? So just a couple of glue dots on here, a couple on this one, so holding that in place, just use those glue dots then to hold that down, and then going in again on this word, just add some more. You don't need to add them on every letter, just, well, I've put 4 on mine. So this one now is the main one that will hold most of that in place, and then the strategically placed pearls will hold the rest of it down. So I've gone with these because they look kind of bluey, a bluey grey. I might just have to use these pink ones. And again, you see, you just strategically place these gems, they will hold your doily in place, which I think is just genius. I'm going to add another one, I think, just because I like them. And then you would adhere your corners and put it on your box, but for some reason mine's completely wrong. I don't know what I've done. I will check my measurements and get back to you, but this is what it should look like. Honestly, not a good day, but thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all again soon.